Hey guys, so today we're gonna look up Liquify tool and what it does. And this tool is actually pretty big. I mean, it's a monster tool, and I mean that you can do really a lot of stuff with it, and it's really useful. So let's just start by putting some image here, and make sure the image you have to select has a face on it and it looks straight. We need that for a better effect. So let's start right now. First of all, let's remove this background layer because we don't really need it. Then go to filter and choose here Liquify. And let's just wait until our new panel loads. Okay, here I have the new window. And first thing we need actually to do is to select this tool here, face tool, and make sure you have the latest version of Photoshop, because if you don't, you may not have this face tool, because it's not you can't find it in previous versions of Photoshop. So as soon as you choose it, and when I move my mouse over the face, you can see that it starts finding the points, for example, eyes, the nose, lips, and chin, and overall face. So and we can play with the points here. For example, we can make the chin bigger or smaller like this. We can change the face a little bit like this. We can make this smaller, bigger. Let's say you want to make the nose smaller. Let's get closer. We can make the nose smaller like this, up, down. We can make the lips bigger, for example. I'm sure girls are going really to like this effect. We can make her even smile. Even that looks a little bit creepy actually, but don't make her smile. We can make the smaller, bigger. No. Yeah, like this is perfect. We can also make the eyes bigger, for example, just a little bit, because you don't want to make it too much. And every time also you can make the eyes like this, for example. So every time you change something here, if you go here to face over Liquify, here you have the same thing in numbers. So every time you change something here, your numbers are changing here. So you can change this thing with numbers to be more precise, or you can change it visually. So if you want to see what was previously and what happened now, here we have a preview button. We can press it. That's the original image, and that's now with the effect. And you can see that it's actually a big difference. If you want to reset everything and make sure everything is at 0 again, you can just press here reset, and we are starting from 0 again. Perfect. Okay, let's continue. So these were automatic tools, and let's go back now to manual tools, and let's start with this one, which is forward warp tool. So this helps us to actually warp the face, or not only the face but the picture in general. So for example, I can press and drag, and as you can see, it creates this liquefying effect. So it makes kind of liquid, and I can drag like this, and then I can do a lot of different stuff. And of course you may think, why do we need it? But we're actually going to create a few interesting projects using this Liquify tool. And also there are a lot of other reasons why you should use this tool. So now when you have done this, for example, let's go here to choose the second one, which is reconstruct tool. This will help us to make everything back to 0. We can choose it. Okay, before we do that, I want to show you that here you have actually the brush tool options. For example, the size, I can make it smaller to be like this. Then I have the density and pressure. So these are controlling how strong the movements are going to be. For example, let's make the size bigger, and density and pressure even bigger. And when I move down, you can see that it's actually pretty strong. Let's choose now the second one, reconstruct tool. Make it bigger, make it big. And when we choose reconstruct tool, here we have also rate. So rate is kind of speed. This tool is going to help us to bring everything back to normal. For example, if I start drawing right now, you can see that it's getting back to normal. And this rate defines how fast it's going to get back to the normal pace, to the normal one. And let's just start drawing, draw, until it's normal again. Perfect. Now let's choose this tool again here, forward warp tool. Let's make it a little bit smaller, like this. Pressure a little bit down, density as well. And now we can make the nose smaller with this one. So this is actually manual. As you can see, we can also make the nose smaller with this one, but it's more manual work. And we can also change a lot of other stuff. For example, if I now press preview, this is the original, and this is the smaller nose. Cool, right? Let's continue. Let's make like some crazy edits again. For example, like this. Now we can choose the third one, which is smooth tool. This is going to help us to make our edits a little bit smoother, so it's going to make it like only 50%. For example, if I start drawing, you can see that it's getting back to normal. So it's not the same as reconstruct. Reconstructs it 100%. Smooth, just smooths effect a little bit by 50%, I would say. So like this, just okay. Let's just go back to reconstruct and delete this. We don't need it. Okay, let's go now to twirl tool. This is going to help us to twirl things clockwise. For example, let's make the size a little bigger, and also let's make the rate bigger. Now if I start, see what happens. You see, it's getting like round. If I make the rate even bigger, and also density bigger like this, see what's going to happen. Now it's getting faster, and she's just going to get round like this, and yeah, perfect. This belongs to museum for sure. Okay, now let's go back, and in order to make it go back, for example, if we wanted to make go the other side, we can just hold Alt on Windows, or if you're on Mac, you can hold Option and then press. As you can see, now it's going in a different direction, but of course that won't bring the image back to its normal looks. So it's going to look something like this. Oh my god, this is horrible. So let's do the following. Let's close this face aware Liquify, and here we have restore. We just press it and it restores all. So you're probably thinking, why do we even need this twirl clockwise tool? So that's why we actually need. Let's make this smaller. Also rate a little bit smaller. Pressure to density. Let's make them smaller a little bit, something like this. So size a little bigger. So let's say the noise is not right. So we want to rotate the noise a little bit. For the noise a little bit. So we can press and start rotating the noise. As you can see, it's getting rotated right now. But right now the noise was okay, but we just assumed that it's not okay, so we had to rotate it a little bit like this. And if you hold Alt now, or Mac, or Option for Mac, you can just press and it's getting back to normal. Or let's say, for example, make this bigger, right a little bit up. Let's say the chin is not, the shoulders are not okay, we can just press and change it a little bit like this. And we can hold Alt or Option and make them go the other way. So something like this. Let's go now to poker tool. So this helps us to make things smaller, for example the nose. And we have the same things here, size, density, and rate. So let's make the rate a little bit bigger, and then when I press, see what happens. It actually makes everything smaller. So we can make something like this, just make it really, really small. Just to make it look fun. And next thing we can do is actually let's make also her. Next thing we can do actually, we can take blow tool and we can make the lips bigger, for example. And here we have the same things, rate, density, size. So for example, if I start drawing now, we can see the lips are getting a little bit bigger, like almost like they're stuffed with something. So like this, yeah. Now if we turn this off and on, lips are a little bit bigger. If you want them to make even bigger, you can make the size a little bit bigger, like this. And now it's getting even bigger. So you just have to control all this stuff here, the rate, the density, in order to make sure you get what you want. Okay, this is not getting too big. Next thing we can do actually big is her eyes, for example. Just to make it look interesting, we can just press and make it look like anime eyes. Yeah, this looks like caricature actually. Looks nice, right? Okay, let's continue. But she's sweet anyway, so let's continue now to the next tool, which is push left tool. So this helps us to push our image actually left or right, and we can make the size a little bit bigger again. And again, we have here density and pressure. If I start drawing, see what happens. It actually starts pushing everything to the right. If I wanted to go the other side, I can just hold Alt or Option for Mac. And when I do it, as you can see, it's getting to the other side like this. So this helps. This actually can help us to make her a little bit wider or a little bit thinner. not only her face but also her body and other stuff. So all these tools that I showed you, they don't only apply for face. You can use it on any other image, to make the tree wider or to make the tree go clockwise. I don't know why you would need it, but you never know. So let's go to freeze mask. This helps us to freeze stuff. For example, if I start drawing right now, this is now freezed, and if I take my twirl clockwise tool, I can twirl everything and it's not going to touch the eye. So let's make the bigger, 100%. You see, the eye stays the same. If you want it to be normal back again, we can just take the eraser here and erase this mask here. And if I do twirl clockwise again, it's going also to affect the eyes. So let's go back. Okay, perfect. Now the last thing we actually have here is reconstruct tool. So if I press restore all, don't do it. If I press restore all, it's going back to normal. But if I press reconstruct, here we have a amount and we can actually control how much back to normal we want it to be. If I make it 0, it's going to be 100% normal, but I can make it also 50%, 100%, and so on. So let's just press OK for now, and let's press OK here as well. And here we have our caricature actually, or the image, and you can actually turn off Liquify, and it's normal again, or we can turn it back on. Let's wait. Perfect. Or if you want to change it again, you can just press twice on it, like this. So just press twice and wait until the window opens. Yep, and you can continue editing. Another thing I want to show you is here we have a mask. So this mask helps us to remove the effect from some parts of the photo. For example, I can take now brush, just normal brush. Make sure you have black color selected and make this a little bit bigger, let's say. Also make sure you have this mask selected. And if I start drawing, you can see that it's getting back to normal wherever I draw. So for example, I can make this back to normal like this. If I want it to be back to effect, I can just change the color to white and draw again white, and the effect is coming back. So this is all for Liquify tool. I hope you really enjoyed this lesson, and if you have any questions, just comment or message me and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. And also please you can always message me on my Instagram at Phrase Gallery, and also see the projects that I'm going to release next. So see you guys till the next lesson. Bye.